Earthkeeper are very honored to present author, crystal gem expert extraordinaire and master healer and teacher, Adrienne Goff. Please stay tuned after this brief biographical introduction, for Adrienne Goff's articulate and informative presentation, filmed on site at the Earthkeeper Crystal Stargate gathering in the brilliant crystal vortex of beautiful Hot Springs National Park November 23, of 2015, before a sold-out live audience of over 500 attendees. Adrienne Goff holds a Bachelor of Science degree, as a credentialed graduate of the prestigious University of Texas, and has taken academic courses in mineralogy and gemology. Adrienne Goff is a native Texan, and resident of Austin, Texas. Her brilliant book entitled, Crystal Healing for the Whole Being, 10 Practical Techniques for Personal Transformation, is absolutely prolific, and is truly one of the best sources available for learning the myriad benevolent applications of crystals and gemstones. And we are happy to advise that she has recently completed her highly anticipated second book on crystals. It is well noted that Adrienne Goff is recognized and celebrated internationally as a leading expert of the healing and metaphysical attributes of gems and crystals, and she is also a truly incredibly gifted healer. Her effervescent and joyful presence is in itself very healing. Adrienne's vast knowledge and wisdom of gems and crystals is well earned, and is the culmination of years of focused deep study, combined with a natural intuitive ability to communicate with the mineral and crystal kingdoms, enabling her a rare psychic gifted ability to understand their myriad attributes on a deep intuitive and spiritual level. Adrienne Goff is a truly beloved and long-term member of the Earthkeeper family. And so, we are also very pleased to confirm that Adrienne Goff will also be an endorsed healer and speaker at the upcoming 2016 Earthkeeper Stargate event in sunny, beautiful Denver, Colorado, in November of 2016. We say again, from our ears, Adrienne Goff is an absolutely incredible healer, a vibrant, very cheerful, positive energy, and a truly knowledgeable uplifting speaker. Her website is www.adriennegoff.com. Her website offers a free newsletter and shares up-to-date articles and cutting-edge applications of gems and crystals. Her book is available on her website as well as on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. And now, without further ado, we give you the remarkable and dearly beloved Adrienne Goff. Enjoy. Namaste.
And now a very warm welcome to our next speaker, author and crystal expert Adrienne Goff.
All right, good morning, beautiful Earth Keepers. I am just so happy to be here, and I love you all. So, once again, we find ourselves in the right place at the right time, thanks to Tiburon. We are in the final trimester of 2015, and I think that all of us can feel that the energy is pretty intense and powerful right now. So, as Tiburon has been explaining, we are undergoing the crystalline bio shift, literally shifting our biology from a carbon base to a silicon base. So we are becoming more crystalline. And right now, there are multiple cosmic events that are helping us to make this transformation. And some of these influences include like astronomical events. There are meteoric events happening. Also, the planet Saturn is assisting with this. So right now, the cosmos is literally showering us with crystalline codes. So what I want to talk about today are the best crystals I know for helping us to integrate these cosmic frequencies so that we can go through this bioshift with so much more ease and grace. So let me just quickly go through some of these cosmic influences, starting with the astronomical events. They're also known as the pinnacle events, and there's 5 of them. So you might have really felt some energy in September, right? Because we had 3 of these events back to back. We had the partial solar eclipse, the fall equinox, and that super powerful total lunar eclipse all together. Now, right now, we are in the crystalline influx apex, okay? And I'll talk about that in a little bit. And we have the winter solstice coming up in December. So those are 5 powerful influences, and they kind of work together synergistically. And what they can do is they help us to clear blockages, to resolve issues, to bring in more codes for upgrading, and at the same time, they help us to expand our psychic awakening. Now, we also have 7 different meteoric events happening from October to December. And these meteor showers are pretty interesting. You know, they're born of comets, and they're really a mechanism for delivering these cosmic frequencies onto the planet. And I really love what Tiburon had to say about it, and I'm just going to quote him. So the life force generated by comets, as well as meteoric phenomenon, meteor showers, is ample, and these energies absolutely bathe the planet in waves of crystalline energy, embellished codes of life force, of crystalline consciousness units, termed as adamantine essence or Akash, right? So the ancients were very tuned in, and they always recognized that these meteor showers were events of massive transformation. They were like catalysts of change, and they were absolutely right. And what Tiburon has to say about the meteor showers of this time period is that they are carrying divine coding, and this is triggering this bioshift process that we're in. This is also amplifying the crystalline quartz strata here in Arkansas and Brazil and elsewhere. So we're in the right place. And then finally, last but not least, Saturn is playing a role in our upgrade process right now. So Saturn is probably the biggest crystalline influence of all of the spheres that's in the solar system right now. The rings of Saturn are literally composed of crystals, and these crystals are emitting a very coherent vibratory song. And they fluctuate in a way that will modulate the resonance of the solar system and our ascension process, okay? And Saturn has a direct connection with this vortex, this Arkansas vortex. So here's what Tib has to say about the vortex. Here in Arkansas, the megavortex generates pulsated rings vertically, and these are aligned or frequentially attuned to Saturn. So basically, the 33 rings of Saturn connect with the vortex here, and they work directly with our own Merkana and our 33 chakra system, okay? So it's all amazing. We are in the right place. It's also the right time because the energy is building right here in this vortex. We're in the crystalline influx right now, and this energy is going to be building until the 25th, where we have the full moon, okay? So we should all be ready to take off any minute now. We are just fly. And so today, I'm just really excited to share with you all 5 crystals that I think are perfect for working with these energies that are happening right now through the end of the year, okay? The first crystal I'm going to talk about brings in the stellar codes, brings in the cosmic frequencies. The second one has a direct connection with the meteor showers. The third one connects directly to Saturn, okay? The fourth one will help to awaken our psychic abilities, and it opens all our energy flows. And the final one that I'm going to talk about, you can find it right here in this vortex, and it helps to anchor all of this in, okay? And I'm going to share with you all how to put these 5 crystals together to really help you integrate all of these cosmic frequencies and to really maximize this cosmic opportunity that we're in. And the good thing is, my lovely father and my lovely friend are passing out handouts. Thank you, Dad and Angie. So all this information, you'll have it in your notes. You don't have to write any of this down. Okay, so let's get started. The first crystal that I want to talk about today is called either starseed quartz, or I've also heard it called starberry quartz. And this is basically a form of quartz crystal. It can be clear quartz, smoky quartz, amethyst, citrine, any of these quartz crystals. But what you're going to be looking for are like these etchings or markings that you can find along the shaft of the crystal, and so you can also find them on the face of the crystal. And these etchings and markings, they can have a big variety of appearances. So one thing you might notice, and if you look at the picture, the smaller picture on the bottom, sometimes you can find almost every geometrical shape imaginable etched onto your crystal. So this one down here, it has triangles, it has squares, it has rectangles, it has hexagonal shapes. So it's really amazing when you can find all of these geometries. And a lot of people believe that this actually connects in more with Pleiadian energy. Now, sometimes what you find, it's more like, looks like rough hieroglyphics or some kind of Arabic language, or sometimes you can see what looks like dots and lines. It looks like a cosmic Morse code or something like that. So they're very interesting. And I have been running across these crystals for well over a decade. They always have stood out to me. Like I knew there was something special going on, so I've been collecting them. And then more recently, I've been seeing a lot of information come out that these are actually coded with stellar frequencies from advanced civilizations. Now, what you'll also find with many of these starseed or starberry quartz is that they will have what's known as a key on them. So a key is basically like a three-sided or a six-sided indented face right on the crystal. And what that is, there used to be another crystal growing right there, and it broke off, and it leaves this indentation. So it's really nice when you find one that has a key, because what do keys do? They unlock information. So these will help you to actually be able to tap into the coded information and records inside of these starberry quartz. So you can use these crystals as a bridge for like telepathic communication with some of these advanced extraterrestrials that are positive. So that's one way to do it. Also, you could meditate with them and see if you can tap into the coded information that has been placed into them. So what kind of information is in there, right? Well, what I'm finding is that you can find records in there that are related to how to go through the ascension process, or energy and information to help upgrade you. Another thing that you might find are actually ancient codes that may have been used in Earth civilizations such as Atlantis and Lemuria. You can find codes in there, or even from other planets. And then the other thing is that these might just be records. They might be like libraries that are full of historical data from this planet and from other planets. So you can find all kinds of great stuff inside of these crystals. Now, I have been using them more frequently in my healing sessions, especially in the last 6 or 7 months. And I just wanted to explain to you that they are really doing some amazing work during this time. Okay, so some of the things I'm noticing when I'm working with starberry quartz at the higher chakras is that they bring in volumes of codes, light codes. A lot of times the client is being able to see these light codes. I'm seeing them, and it's like pages of information. Like, I cannot stress how much they can bring in. Sometimes you just feel like this download happening. It's almost like a big heat wave of energy that's coming in. And this energy that it's bringing in the healing sessions, it's more about upgrading for ascension. Okay, so what's really exciting is that I've had the experience of clients, all of a sudden, a new metaphysical gift will be activated during the session. So for instance, I had one client, in the middle of the session, clairaudience turned on for her for the first time ever, and she was literally hearing the crystal's vibration, almost like a song or a symphony. And ever since that session, she's been able to hear clairaudiently. I've also had many other clients, it'll just boost and strengthen the gifts that they are already developing, such as clairvoyance, empathic abilities, healing abilities, that sort of thing. So these are big upgrade crystals, and they are incredible. So you might even have one, and maybe you don't even realize it. So go check all of your quartz and see if it's got some weird stuff etched on it, right? Now, what you could do, if you do have one, is try to rub the markings and then meditate with this crystal more at the higher chakras and see, just be open to information coming in, or light codes. Very, very cool. Okay, so the second one that I want to talk about, I think that many of us in here already are in love with Moldavite, okay? Moldavite has an energy that is literally out of this world. So it is a glassy green material, and it formed as the result of a meteorite crash in Czechoslovakia 14.8 million years ago, okay? So this is a stone that is literally carrying the energy of meteorites. And as we were saying earlier, meteorites are all about transformation and change. They're powerful events, and this crystal is powerful. So even if you're not very sensitive to crystalline energies, you might actually feel the vibration if you're handling a moldavite, okay? It can feel as like an intense heat or a tingling sensation. A lot of us can literally feel it when we hold it. Now, this is a stone that's going to powerfully upgrade you. It's like taking a quantum leap, if that's what you want to do, okay? It takes you from here to here. Now, the thing to know is, if you're wanting to align with your true mission, you're going to have to let go of anything that is not in alignment with that, okay? So let's say you're working with moldavite, and you're in a relationship that is holding you back, or a job that is holding you back, and you're not expressing your full radiance. Well, moldavite might create a big purging in your life, which might be uncomfortable, but is ultimately a good thing, because then moldavite increases the synchronicities. It brings in new people, new relationships, new opportunities, so that you can really fly, so you can really do what you came here to do, okay? So just don't want anyone to underestimate the power of moldavite. Maybe start slowly with it, okay? Now, this is a great stone to work with in crystal layouts, because you can place it on any chakra of the body. It's going to have a clearing effect. It's going to activate that chakra, bring it to a greater level of expression, okay? It's also good for psychic protection, because what it will do is it raises your vibration so high that you're vibrating beyond the influence of the lower and negative energies, okay? So it's good for that as well. This is one that is going to really activate all of those psychic and spiritual metaphysical gifts, okay? If you're wanting to have more vivid experiences with meditation, with dreams, work with moldavite. It's going to really alter your state of consciousness so that you can tap into your higher self, to divine source, and especially to extraterrestrial beings who are of a high nature, okay? So this is a really fun stone to work with. Now, the next one I want to talk about is blue sapphire. Now, sapphire is a precious gemstone. You can find them in many different colors. Today, I want to talk about blue sapphire specifically because it's known as the gemstone of Saturn, okay? And the planet Saturn, as we've been saying, it is the planet of structure, coherence, order, discipline, and crystalline coating. Okay, it's a very crystalline planet. And this gemstone of blue sapphire really embodies all of these characteristics. It is a gemstone of psychic activation. It'll enhance your intuition, your insight, ESP, dream states, meditation, and at the same time, it will amplify your mental processing, okay? This is a really good stone for those of us who like to meditate because it tunes us into the higher dimensions, but it also helps you to understand and to process all of these abstract impressions that we sometimes get when we're meditating, right? Because when you meditate, it's not always very linear. Sometimes you're getting symbols or weird things. This blue sapphire is going to help your mental body to understand what it is that you are getting, okay? So strengthens the middle body. So for all of these reasons, you can tell blue sapphire is just the perfect stone for the third eye. Okay, it's a great third eye stone. It also happens to work very well at the throat chakra, which is your center for communication. I think this is why it's a really perfect gemstone for people who are professional psychics or people who channel, okay? So it's going to bring the information in, it's going to help you understand it, and it's going to help you to communicate it to clients, to the world, to whoever your audience is, okay? So blue sapphire is just wonderful. It's also perfect for counteracting negative thinking. I think that's pretty important, especially when things are going on in the world, to be able to keep our mental body and our thoughts very positive. Blue sapphire will help you to do that, and it helps to negate all kinds of lower vibrating energy, okay? So it's a really good one to work with right now. Okay, so next I want to talk about a stone that is quickly becoming one of my most favorite to work with, okay? And this is called eudialyte. And it is the best stone that I have found so far for activating a chakra known as the Zeal chakra, okay? This is also known as the mouth of God or the well of dreams chakra. And it's located, you know, right here at the back of the neck and the base of the head, right where we have an indentation. So this is where the Zeal chakra is. And what I've been noticing especially in the last 5 months or so, is that when I've been doing healing sessions on people, I've been noticing a lot of energy is happening at that spot. I mean, it has been really pronounced, and it feels like this area is activating. And since I've been seeing that happen so much, it made me research what this energy center was about, okay? So this is a vestigial chakra. It's ancient, and it's been mainly dormant, okay? But here's what I discovered about it. The color ray of this chakra is magenta. And when this area is fully activated, this is going to be the center that regulates our multidimensional telepathic communication, okay? So it's very exciting that it's coming online right now. So when this area is awakened, the Kundalini is actually activated, and the whole channel is cleared from the base to the crown, okay? This center is also going to, when it's activated, it will increase your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, out-of-body travel, advanced dream recall, healing gifts, telepathy, and empathy. So who's ready to activate it, right? Okay, so I was certainly ready after I read all of that. So I thought I'd start researching, well, what are the best gemstones to awaken this, right? And I couldn't find much information out there about it. The only two suggestions I found were pink tourmaline and also double terminated clear quartz. And both of these will work very beautifully to activate the center. But I just kept getting this feeling that there was another stone that could do an even better job. So I started doing my little crystal experimentation, just trying different things to see what would work. Then I stumbled across eudialyte, and wow, it was like perfect. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about eudialyte. Eudialyte's a beautiful stone. It's a complex stone, both physically and energetically, and it can express in a wide range of colors. Magenta is one of the colors. Pink, rose, red, yellow, brown, violet, green, and red brown. Okay, now I really liked this. I was reading Melody's Love is in the Earth book, a really good reference. And she said that it's been demonstrated that when you hold a piece of eudialyte, it will increase your beta and your alpha states of consciousness simultaneously, which is really great. So your beta state is your alert, everyday awake state of consciousness. When you're in alpha, this is more of your right brain, your daydream state of consciousness. So when you're in alpha, that's when you're really tapped into your imagination and your intuition and your interconnectedness with the collective consciousness and with all. Okay, so this stone will help to amplify both of these. Now, this is a stone that's going to help with developing telepathy, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and channeling abilities, exactly what we want to do. And it's known as a fine tuner of transmissions, okay? So what that does, it helps you to hone in on the most important vibrational incoming information and to block out all of the distracting noise so that you just really have more vivid receptivity to the right information, okay? So it's going to help you tune in. Now, this is really important for the layout I'm talking about. Eudialyte also clears the channel from the spine, from the root chakra all the way to the crown, and it encourages the rising of the Kundalini energy. And that's related to the development of all of these gifts as well. Okay. Now, on top of all of that, eudialyte is very much a good balancing stone. It helps to balance your emotional body and your mental body. It also helps to anchor your spiritual body into your physical body. It's a stone of joy, positive energy, and universal love. So if you don't have a eudialyte yet, I highly recommend going out and getting one while you're here. Okay, last but not least, I want to talk about a stone that comes right here from this area, and that is magnetite, okay? So magnetite is amazing. It is a naturally magnetic gemstone, has magnetic qualities. It can also manifest into the sacred geometry shapes of an octahedron and a dodecahedron. And did you guys know this? We literally have millions of magnetite crystals in our brains. So our brains are full of magnetite. And a lot of people are speculating that the magnetite crystals in our brains, it has something to do with the development of our psychic ability and our ability to tap into the whole planetary history. okay? So it's a really fun one to work with. And as Tiburon has said, the presence of magnetite here in the Arkansas vortex is what differentiates it from all of the other big crystalline strata, and it really contributes to the unique energy and power of this place, okay? So it's really going to be great in this layout that we're doing. So I love to work with it in general in healing sessions for many reasons, okay? What it does, it can really take all of the different layers of the auric field and snap them into perfect alignment and placement. Magnetite will clear all of the chakras in the whole central column. It clears the meridians. It balances polarities. And I think it's perfect for when you're trying to bring in high vibrational energy. It helps to magnetize or attract that right into the body and then to safely distribute it through your entire energy system. Okay, so it's also just known to stabilize the auric field and to set the field after a big infusion of light. Okay, so this is going to be a really important piece in this exercise. Finally, this is a really good stone for manifestation. It's a magnetic stone. It can help draw to you the right opportunities, the right synchronicities, the right people that you need to meet, that sort of thing. So it's a really good manifestation stone. Okay. Now let's talk about how to put them all together in a powerful way. I am calling this the Cosmic Code Integration Crystal Layout. It is the perfect layout to be doing at this time period, but also into the future, anytime you're wanting to upgrade yourself. The purpose is to usher in higher cosmic and star codes and to safely integrate them into the body for the further activation of your spiritual gifts and psychic senses, and also to assist you in actualizing the crystalline bioshift, okay? So here is how you do it. First, you're going to need to acquire one of each stone that I've talked about today. One starseed or starberry quartz, one moldavite, one blue sapphire, one eudialyte, and one magnetite, okay? Now here's what I want to say about the starseed or the starberry. If you don't have one yet, that's okay. I would suggest just taking any quartz crystal that you're really drawn to and just substitute a quartz crystal. It can be amethyst, clear quartz, citrine, whatever is feeling right to you. And just hold the intention that this quartz crystal is going to bring in the right cosmic frequencies for you at this time. But I do want to say, if you really want to find a starberry, you will find one. Almost every time I go into a crystal shop, I'm finding multiple these days. So just be on the lookout. Or even if you go dig for quartz, you might dig one out of the ground. Now that would be really special. The other thing I want to say is about the sapphire, the blue sapphire. You don't have to use the most expensive gem quality sapphire. This will work perfectly well with a rough piece of sapphire. And for instance, I bought a rough sapphire the other day for $15, okay? So you can get a piece of sapphire affordably, so don't let that stop you from trying this. Okay, so here's what you do. Before you ever do any work with crystals and stones, I highly recommend that you cleanse and clear them, okay? So you could use water, you could use sage, you could use personal energy and intention, you could use sound, whatever method you like to use to cleanse your stones. Be sure that you've just cleansed them before you begin. And always before I do any healing work, I call in spirit and ask for help. Call in your higher self. Call in divine source. Call in any spirit helpers that are 100% pure light and love. And set an intention for highest good, highest possible healing outcome for yourself. Okay, it really makes a big difference when you set the energetic stage like this. Okay, so now here's how you place the stones to do this layout. Take the starseed or the starberry quartz, and you want to place it above the head, right at the crown chakra, pointing down, okay? This one is going to start bringing in the cosmic star frequency, okay? Then you want to take the moldavite and place it at the soma chakra. That's located just right above the third eye, right here at the hairline, okay? And again, the moldavite's going to connect in with the meteorites. It is going to really awaken more of your psychic abilities and cause that transformation process for you. Then you want to take the blue sapphire, place it right on the third eye in the center of your forehead. This will connect you in with the Saturn energies, as well as just helping you to ground, integrate, and understand the energies that are coming in. Finally, you want to take the eudialyte and want to place that right at the zeal chakra, right here at the back of the head where the indention is. This is going to start awakening that dormant chakra, turning on your multidimensional telepathic communication skills. It's going to make a clear channel all the way from the top of your head to your root, and that's really important. Finally, you want to take a big piece of magnetite, stick it right at the root chakra, okay? And what this is going to do, it's going to start drawing all of this safely through the body for you to integrate the energies that are coming in. So once you have them in place, I always like to state an intention, right? I believe that the crystalline kingdom is alive and conscious. I believe that it works better when we are in a partnership with them. And when we state an intention, the crystals will all work together synergistically to help amplify that intention and make it happen. So here's a really good intention to hold for this layout. I now bring in the perfect cosmic and star energies, frequencies, and codes of light that I can safely integrate at this time. I am becoming crystalline now, okay? So stating that is going to ensure that you're going to receive the exact energies that you can handle, nothing more, nothing less, and you'll get exactly what you need. Then you just want to meditate with these stones in place for, about 11 minutes or so. And just be open to amazing things happening. I just want to tell you quickly what happened the first time I tried this on myself, okay? So I had all the stones in place. In the first 3 or 4 minutes, the main thing I noticed was the eudialyte and the magnetite were creating a very clear, solid channel. And that was the first thing I was really feeling. Then I started seeing colors, mainly purple and green, okay? And then after that, I started seeing different symbols, and they were coming in on either side, either hemisphere of the brain, okay? So on the left side, I was seeing it look like vibrant white lightning bolts or squiggly lines were coming in, and then on this right side, I was seeing it looked like very specific petroglyphs. And it kept flashing back and forth. It was the most unique thing I've ever seen. And I was buzzing for like 2 hours after I tried this. It was even messing my computer up for a little while, okay? So just be careful with your electronics after you try something like this, okay? So I really hope that you will try it. The one last thing I want to mention, I just wrote a new ebook, and it is available. It is called Becoming Crystal Clear, Working with Crystals to Remove Energy Blockages in Just Minutes. And even if you're brand new to the world of energy healing, after you read my little book, you'll be clearing chakras like a professional, okay? It's full of great pictures, wonderful clear instructions. It's 51-page PDF download available on my website. I have a hard copy in the bookstore if you want to check it out. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this conference, and I hope this information serves you. Love you all.
Bye.